Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the GESC South American Qualifiers. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by the wonderful Eos and Dota, and we got a wonderful one for you here today. It's a best of 3 followed by a best of 5, Infamous versus Mad Kings, a rematch of the semifinals that happened just 2 days ago, and then afterwards the winner is going to face SG in a best of 5. Eos, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been a while since I've seen some regular Dota, since the last thing I saw was the Captain's Draft. So, you know, actually having a pool of heroes is a different experience all of a sudden.
I know, right? It's weird. And you can play whatever the heck you want. And they decide to go with Elder Titan, which isn't always my first thought, but Infamous have been running kind of interesting things. The other day we saw them versus SG, and there's like a Pudge first pick. What do you think about ET?
The thing about ET is, honestly, if you have someone who can play it really well, I think this hero is very, very strong.
Really?
I think that the biggest weakness he has is like his laning phase is kind of lackluster. But if you can get past that, get off to, you don't even need to get off to a great start. You just need a decent start. You can put in quite a lot for your team in terms of utility.
Yeah, I mean, he's got great team fight abilities. Obviously, that's what you think of when you think of this guy, like Echo Stomp, all that shenanigans. Sort of defensive support too, depending upon how well he can position himself. Yeah, I love the guy. He's cool. I always think back to the Perfect World Minor, the like performance that, who was it, Inflame, I think, put on the ET, and he just like demolished face. He got so much damage. His talents now are actually sometimes more suited to go in a right click build, but it needs to be played out of off lane if you're going to do that.
Yeah, so. It really just depends. Like, he's very versatile. That's like kind of why he's so strong. Like, for example, if you think about it, like this exact pairing that they have right now, right? If you were to drop a spirit with natural order on top of someone, Tiny just gets that much more damage, right? Because the magical reduction occurs on the spirit. So you just drop a spirit on someone and then watch Tiny combo them, and it's, you know, goodbye 1,000 something life.
Man, I want to learn how to play ET. That'd be fun. It's cool here. I guess it's sort of different in solo queue though, because you're not guaranteed that people are going to do the things they're supposed to do. But anyways, it's all good. I want to talk a little bit about the sort of whole qualifiers as well, since we're hopping into right at the end of it. It's Infamous versus Mad Kings was the first match, and it was a 2-0 that was pretty one-sided. It looks like we are seeing a bit of a different draft from them. Although throughout these South American qualifiers, Shadow Shaman has pretty consistently been either banned out or taken in the first round every single game across all 4 of the teams.
Yeah, and for good reason. I mean, Shadow Shaman is just all around an incredibly strong hero right now. Everyone kind of like realizes it's his potential. You know, you are able to get in the damage early on. You know, you don't even need help, because of the fact that you do 70-something damage. You can solo zone out offlaners. Once you hit 6, you can threaten towers with your wards. And not only that, your disables are probably one of the best in the game right now. Very long shackle with just 1 point. Hex, always good to have, instant disable. So, and then not only that, his Fork Lightning. Is it called Fork Lightning? It's not called Fork Lightning. Right? Ether Shock. You know, you can farm with it. You have good burst with it. It's just pretty damn good hero.
Absolutely, I like him a lot, and I mean, I always feel like just he runs at people and just punches them in the face. There's nothing you can do. Like, he has 77 base damage.
10 seconds. He's actually a ranged treant. That's what it is.
What a guy. Well, DK is going to get taken now, so signaling most likely it's a puck off lane, unless we have some weird safe lane Dragonite shenanigans, which I really doubt. And I don't think anybody else besides Complexity plays puck in the 4 role. So kind of signaling what they have. ET still could go to the offlane as well. I don't know. It feels like it's more often than not a position 4. But if there's like a really good matchup and they want to try and take another support that could like destroy puck, that could work. How does like the puck deal in the offlane against a Shadow Demon? Is it kind of okay?
It's kind of scary. The reason why is because if you get caught out, like even by a little bit, what happens is Shadow Demon just waits for you to orb, and then he disrupts you, right? Mm-hmm. And then your orb flies away, you have no escape, and then you're just a free target. So it's a little dangerous for a puck. I think Shadow Demon alone isn't enough, but let's say, for example, if they got one more disable. Okay, there you go. So Sand King Sand King Shadow Demon, this is more than enough for a puck to just straight up die to, with no real escape options.
So, considering it's these two, it still could be either of them played in the 4 position, either the ET or the SK. I think that we saw a game the other day where it was an ET roaming with a Shadow Demon. I don't know if it was Infamous or not. I can't remember. There's been a lot of the games going on. Does either of those sound a little bit better to you?
It kind of depends on what they're trying to accomplish. There's like definitely some cool combos here and there. You know, it works either way. If you disrupt into Burrow Strike, it's really strong. Tiny can follow up, assuming he's in the safe lane. And for some reason, if Tiny's in the mid lane, and you were to run Shadow Demon ET, you can disrupt into Stomp, and then just toss it back into the tower. So just really depends on how they want to lane this.
Okay. What they feel is the best priority. Yeah, it should be interesting. I think no matter what, like you said, it's really scary. Is there anything that either side is really lacking that's glaring weakness to their draft so far?
I think Infamous, they have like a lot of pickoff potential. There's a lot of burst damage there, but they don't really have a good way of taking Roshan. I think like whenever a draft doesn't have a great way to take Roshan, it's always kind of scary. Like you never want to be in that position where you cannot take Roshan, because that's just one very important objective for you to take if you win a team fight, for example.
Right. Well, they maybe are going to end up going for like a Solar Crest. We've been seeing a lot of those out of the offlane heroes too. But like you said, you're going to need another hero there that does right-click damage. Terrorblade might be a little bit too scary to take in this instance. The Luna was already banned out. Any other SE combos
remaining?
We have? I don't know.
Not
5 seconds.
Not really.
Oh. All right. So it is going to be a Tiny safe lane and then SF mid. That helps out with Roche. Presence of the Dark Lord. It's pretty nifty.
Yeah, they actually have a way to take out Roshan now. If you have, I don't even think you need a Solar Crest. Just a medallion should be more than enough.
10 seconds
you can
remaining.
Whittle it down at a decent rate. Not exactly the fastest, but it's good enough.
5 seconds remaining.
I think more importantly, though, is that the Shadow Fiend actually has setup to get kills in the mid lane, but all of a sudden, it actually is a safe lane DK.
What? I mean, I've seen Death Note on Mad Kings do some pretty spectacular things over the past couple days. He's been kind of their standout player. So I'm curious if it's going to work. SF versus TA, I feel like I remember people always saying that this is a terrible matchup for SF.
I wouldn't say it's like super bad.
Okay.
But it's not exactly great for him either. I'd probably put it at something like 60-40.
Okay.
It really comes down to how well the Shadow Fiend plays in the first couple levels. And then if you don't do that well and both of you hit about level 3, then it becomes very bad for you.
All right. Well, we'll have to watch and wait and see what happens and if this support combination is going to be able to make things happen around the map for them. And also what sort of position they're going to be playing on this ET in this.
Well, Sand King's name has position 3 in his name.
Yeah,
so
it is. That's
an offlaner.
Yeah, he is. He is the offlaner. I remember that now. It's been a little bit of a chore the past couple of days because these games are technically hosted on a ticket, but for some reason it's not putting down the official names. And
okay, that definitely doesn't help anyone.
Yeah. So I've just been kind of calling people by their hero names, and we go from there. Yeah, game number 1 underway. Like I said, whoever wins this series is going to move on to face SG, and it is a very long day indeed. And the other issue that you can see now is that there aren't little names for which team is which, but I've got them on stream at the very least. Infamous on Radiant and Mad King's Dire.
So, like seeing a carry DK has always been kind of weird, right? But I think ever since the talent tree has been updated for him, I think like his talents actually are pretty good for carry right now.
If you look at him, he just looks like Razor, by the way. You see that?
Yeah. What is this set?
It's the new one.
Oh. I mean, if you click into the view cosmetics, you don't actually see anything.
That's a good point. He's not showing up there. Very odd.
I mean, it shows items, but I'm seeing like common items, I don't see a silver set. This is kind of strange.
Yeah. But what were you saying though about DK being a little bit weird in his talents?
No. It's not that he's weird, right? Like in the past, before the talent tree was introduced, DK has always been a mid hero
Right.
because he's not exactly the greatest carry, but if you look at his talents now, his talents actually allow him to be a pretty good carry. Like both of these cores, the TA and the DK can both utilize a lot of ancient stacking. He straight up gets 30 attack speed, 35 damage, or 300 health, and then a really strong GPM talent and 40 strength at level 25. Like this talent tree provides him all the tools he needs to stay very competitive as a late game carry. Like it's still not the greatest, but it's very manageable.
Well, and I feel like in a way, the Elder Dragon form is sort of like a ghetto metamorphosis, if you will, right? It's actually does a lot of damage. You get the slow at the level 3 for it. You lower their attack speed. It's splash damage. Like I kind of feel like it's a pretty underrated how much damage you can output with the Elder Dragon form.
Oh yeah, definitely. That splash alone is like pretty significant. It's a very decently sized splash, and I mean, if you manage to hit 25, if you take the damage talent over the health, I don't know if people actually do that though. 300 health seems like a lot, but 35 damage is also a lot. So we're gonna have to see. But if you hit 25, that's 40 strength and 30 attack speed at least. Pretty damn good for a carry.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have to see where they decide to go with his talents and giving him what kind of priority. There's a ward placed down over here that's going to scout out any movement in towards the top rune. I wonder if they actually just give both of them to SF. The ET is heading over there. It might be just wanting to make sure that they're able to secure that one, but Mad King's not really in a position to contest for either. They're just sort of giving one away and then giving the other two away too.
They're going to run over at the last moment.
The battle begins.
So SF takes one. And they're really going to give them both now. Okay, SK's
No, they don't give them both. You want your Sand King to have like a decent start, because he can actually get a lot done if he has a decent start. And you need to make your way to the mid lane anyways.
Right. And this is what we saw the other day as well. I think that it was Infamous, but I'm not positive. It's really, really hard to deal with this. Like, you disrupt, and then you go immediately into the Echo Stomp, and with all of the damage that Razes do now, it's just like, nobody stands a chance.
Yeah, that's a good point. And they're doing their best to just make this a very difficult lane for the TA.
Right. A lot of damage. The ET is going to have to back up and heal up a little bit, but SF already with 4 souls should become a little bit easier. The Invisible Man finding Greedy. They end up going for the banishment, and that means he isn't going to be able to pull aggro anymore. So Puck not going to get a free start.
Mid lane though.
They got him. ET in trouble. Damage is coming in from Mad Kings. They are going to be able to find that kill.
First blood.
Kind of surprising that happened though. The roster was like in plain vision. I think he was looking elsewhere.
Okay.
He just kind of like walked into the Shadow Shaman.
Sort of going to start taking a 1v1 back the other way. It is a basically 2-on-2 down bottom, which is making sure that that Puck gets a little bit of help here, since you were talking about the danger of the banishment. But all across the board, CS into the favor of Infamous, at least for the first couple minutes.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I think Radiant are going to be okay. Oh, they see the orb use vanish.
This is dangerous. Avalanche.
One more hit, toss.
Let the world end now. It matters
Well,
not to me.
Steven, that ain't good. I don't think I need to tell you that, but it's not looking great.
Yeah, I mean, right now their laning phase is pretty good. Like they accomplished, they might have given up first blood, but they accomplished what they wanted to do in the mid lane, which was make sure this Shadow Fiend got off to a really good start. And he's got 18 souls right now.
Man, also up top, I just realized they didn't bring a Sentry Ward out. So Sand King has gotten level 3 already. He has just been sandstorming and sitting in the lane the whole time.
He bought a bottle now, so he's doing really well right now. I mean, look at the net worth. All 3 cores sitting at top. Gonna be very happy about that.
Yeah.
And the scary thing is too, like this is the kind of lineup where they have a good start. When they hit mid game, I mean, this is a lot of pick off potential. There's going to be kills all over the place, and might just see like that snowball effect happen. Maybe make a potentially long game into a very short one.
Yeah, it's something that I should mention is going into this, there was, oh goodness, just finds the kill onto the Shadow Shaman. There was a lot of sort of talk about, how well was Mad Kings actually going to be able to do in this. Honestly, this tournament is basically, and the qualifiers basically looked like a show of who's going to win between Infamous and SG. And there's sort of that like big disparity between them and the majority of the other South American teams. But nonetheless, gonna have to play this one out, and it's looking like it's already off to a good start for Infamous.
Yeah, I mean, despite talking up this carry DK, I mean, I still don't think it matches up to what a Tiny can do, or to what a Luna could do. They did pick it. It's just not a safe lane carry that excels in that role.
It feels like they kind of freaked out after they saw the Shadow Fiend. They like realized that they weren't going to be able to keep him mid, because like if DK is just there, the magic damage I think kills him off, right?
Yeah, if you get, you just need not even like a level 2, you just need a level 1 Shadow Demon to disrupt into a Stomp triple raise, or if both of them are level 2, then you get a Stomp Spirit, or what is it, Demonic Soul Catcher.
Yeah,
there's just so many ways to burst them down with magic damage. So. Oh, mid lane, they managed to get the Stomp.
Catch there, Death Note in trouble, wants to get up close, just realizing he's gonna die, but gets a couple denies before he goes out.
That's actually really funny. He got 2 denies on his way out. That's actually such an annoying play.
Yeah. I mean, it's good though, right? Ooh. I thought he was gonna get more of those stacks, but they're not gonna be able to do anything. He had 2 stacks on him, and ET wanting to go for a kill or something maybe. He does have Stomp, but seems unlikely to be able to find it, particularly since you've got Torrent in the area, as well as Nex.
He's also got 8 stick charges, so not going to be in any danger there.
I mean, this is just domination in the mid lane. Like, look at this. He's 35 and 18 versus 12 and 2. TA is getting handled.
Yeah, they did not do very much to protect them. Bottom lane, Tiny finds another kill, and they just don't have anything to catch him with.
All right, this is a lot of lanes won, and now they're gonna pop the Elder Dragon form. This is not looking great though, as he doesn't have a point in stun at this point in time. They're moving in. Stomp is going to connect, but they are able to find the shackles onto one. The Torrent to follow it as well. Are they gonna be able to find the kill? They do. So something going positive for Mad Kings here.
Yeah, but I mean, the issue with that is they committed 3 heroes just for the Sand King. Your Dragon form is used, and it's already half duration. You haven't even touched the tower, and the mid lane, it's just still getting dominated. If they're assigning this much help to the DK, it means that this TA is still going to be falling behind, and there hasn't been any real effort to kind of help her catch up.
Oh, they got the sleep. Refraction is there though, but I don't know if it's gonna end up mattering. Epicenter as well dropped. Well, TA was level 5, but not prepared for that from Sand King.
Level 5 TA versus a level 7 Shadow Fiend. And, no ancient stacks in sight, and no real ganking potential from the supports either.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This is not looking like it's gonna get easier anytime soon. Oh man, yep. All right,
Bottom
banishment. Trying to get out of there. The orb is out already, but able to get away. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what's a turning point. Normally it'd be like ancient stacks, and they are building those up, but it feels like Tiny can just come and steal them at a certain point too.
It's kind of hard for him. He is going for a more like magic person build, so he's got the points in toss instead of the tree grab. Very difficult to take ancients without, decent amount of levels up top. That king gets picked off.
They're playing a little bit too aggressive now and getting punished for it. Another Dragon Tail comes out, but Shadow Fiend already there, ready to punish, as they have a Stomp to follow, going to be able to find one. The sleep connects, but they do have the Shadow Shaman in the area. Shackles are still available if they want to try and turn this. Dragon Tail to keep himself alive, and now just trying to escape, but one more raise. Finds the finish. Bottom lane. Avatar. Oh no!
Oh, that was such great timing.
Oh god!
That was some very good baiting from the Tiny. So it's like one of those small plays that I think a lot of people would overlook, so they wouldn't really be able to appreciate it. But what he did was, he moves off to the side to stand on the high ground so that Puck can't actually react to when he's going to stun. And because of that, he was able to catch him off guard and then avalanche toss combo.
Yeah, because it looks really bad from our point of view, but it was actually just a really good play from the Tiny.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is going to clear out a stack here, and this is all coming up infamous. 2,000 gold lead at the 8-minute mark, but the real important thing is that I don't really see where they find damage and a comeback potential. Like, it feels like this can just keep on happening.
You know what's kind of funny? This game reminds me a lot about my early competitive game, in the sense that the captain, you can tell when there's a weird, not so standard carry in the safe lane that they're the captain, and a lot of the help is always dedicated to them. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, whoa!
Missed the stun, but he epied.
What? That was.
I actually really like that play. The only problem was he missed the stun on the Kunkka. He was trying to kill the Kunkka.
Got it.
If he hit that stun, that would have been, you know, a brilliant play, because he was the Kunkka was definitely gonna try to find him.
But he still dies though, right? Like
he still dies. Yes.
So
but
he's making the best of a bad situation.
Making the best of a bad situation. And I mean, the thing is, he probably would have died, but there's still a very small chance that he makes it out.
Okay.
Because if the Kunkka's dead, he can run away. There's no real disable to catch him.
Okay. Well, mid lane, maybe a chance for a kill here as the TA is far forward. Stomp connects, and she is just not quick enough, needing to get phase boots or something. I guess she can finish off the treads, but still in a lot of trouble. Death Note gonna drop. 3 raises hit. That's the thing, like, there's been so many little instances here where you've barely gotten clipped by the Astral Spirit Stomp combo. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's like one of the strengths of Elder Titan. He's got Tranquil Boots, so his Spirit moves very quickly, and most heroes don't have the movement speed to make it out.
Oh, good Hex. But I don't know if it's going to end up making a bit of a difference. Banishment's there. Going to try to turn this one again. Burrow Strike down.
2 Dragon Illusions as well.
They're going to be able to do so much damage to these guys, and they keep on stacking up the Shadow Poison as well. Maybe 2 more, and then it should be enough for the kill. Chasing is continuing. They get another Burrow Strike, and that will be it. Double kill for the Shadow Demon.
The Shadow Demon's having a great time. 11 minutes in, almost level 7.
Yeah, level-wise, they're far ahead of the other supports.
Oh, this is kind of scary too. The Dire side is stacking Ancient in Radiant Vision, so they know that about the existence of this camp. They're definitely going to do something about it. Yeah, he's going to drop a ward here just to see it. So they know when. Oh, actually, they saw him drop the ward though, so they're probably going to deal with this first.
Yeah. I mean, that's still at least knowledge that it's going on, so they'll be more aware of it as things are happening.
Oh, Puck gets spotted by the Tiny. I think he can just solo combo him. Misses the combo a bit, but a raise.
Oh, space created, apparently, as TA wants to take out these stacks, and she is going to be able to do at least something of it. But needs to be careful. They're bringing in other heroes. Elder Titan walking forward here. Needs to be wary as Kunkka has shown up. They're going to be able to go down for the Earth Splitter. It's going to connect, but it just means that maybe more of a battle is a brewing. Burrow Strike's going to come out. They find themselves the TA as the epicenter is used just right on her head. They take it down, and now they take the stack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Haste. Well, that's pretty brutal. You know, she got a couple of them, but the biggest ones were still alive. So she's sitting at level 9. The Shadow Fiend is now level 12. Has his Blink Dagger as well. There's just so much kill potential in every lane.
Oh, good Dream Coil. Good silence to follow. Really good play. Can they make it work? No, the Hex! It's all coming out now. But the disruption to save his life for the moment, is trying to turn this back around and get the hell out of there. He's able to walk away. That would have been such a big play, and dodges the orb to boot. Trying to run out of there. They aren't going to be able to find him yet. Now, can they find any more kills here? Trying to take down that SF, but he gets the blink. Still have the raise to come in. It's a good salve as well, and trying to jump forward, see if they can find a little bit more. Their Earth Splitter could come as well. It's on cooldown still, but they still find that kill.
Top tower is under attack.
God.
Triple raise. They were so close to making something happen, but Radiant, they still make the best of the situation. Man, this recap is so broken.
Yeah, right? Isn't that funny?
It's so broken. I'm like, this guy used Demon Edge twice? How is that even possible?
I've been laughing at that for a little while now. It's pretty great.
Good to know that there's no reason to use it. Smoke comes out, but they smoked underneath the ward, so I don't think the Dire are going to fall for this. Going to just probably transition to a tower kill instead.
Tower is under attack.
There we go. 1 raise, 2 raise, dead. So this is something to kind of keep our eyes on. It feels like right now, Infamous are just trying to run through this really quickly. Like they want to just end the game almost. And they are very far ahead, but it's like, it's very bold items. A Blink Dagger drums on SF, you know? Shadow Blade for Tiny. It's things that are like, not bad, but slightly unorthodox. You know what I'm saying?
I think the Shadow Fiend Blink is probably like not too necessary.
Yeah.
But I think Shadow Blade Tiny is actually probably one of the best builds at the moment. Like he just has so much kill potential on his own, right? And it's so early on in the game that you're not going to expect many sentries to be placed.
Yeah, I guess I was mainly thinking about the Blink Dagger on the SF. Like this is a hero that can run into issues dying as they find themselves the kill on the DK. And I guess I'm saying that like if they start to play a little bit too cavalier, I feel like they could get punished.
Well, just like this. Goodbye, Sand King. That is exactly what you meant. Most likely a kill that didn't need to happen, or a death that didn't need to happen, but it happened because of that, maybe that hubris.
And the Kunkka, he's making these things continue to happen, but this
Donk.
could be pretty bad.
Got the kill, though.
He can't jump in. So like, yeah, SF, he can't jump in right now. He's going for the BKB so he can just like drop one on their head. Yasha moving to the Tiny. And the Courier trying to bait it out. They don't quite get it.
So close.
I can't believe the Courier was doing that, and they're still able to walk it away.
He didn't even get his item.
It looked like he was trying to like bait the Courier into not going after him. Or bait the Kunkka into not going after him.
I think he was just kind of forgetting about it.
Okay.
He was just kind of forgetting about it and then realized, oh, it's actually right here. Huh. Someone else probably had to micro it, or he had to micro it. But, you know, that was a lot of space created. Their whole team was running up there to try to kill this Tiny off and didn't manage to find him.
It feels like we're sort of just trying to keep up with all the things that are going right for Infamous and or struggle for Mad Kings right now. It is a 7,000 gold lead and no towers taken for Mad Kings, whereas they're only going to have 1 tier 2 left after this push. Oh, movement in. Tiny. He's visible. Now he's going to go invis. Do they find him right now? Dust comes out. They got him caught. He's in the sentry ward as well. He's not dying yet, though. Immediately taken off. Avatar's combo. He's still alive. They're taking him down from the high ground. The big ulti comes out as well. Raise onto him, and somehow, some way,
that ET ulti.
They're going to be able to turn this completely around. Burrow Strike onto 2. The chase is still there. Death Note caught once, and Puck dies. It's just all falling apart. This game is basically feeling pretty close to over.
And there's some great warding from the Radiant side as well. They have so many aggressive wards. They can see pretty much everywhere they're going to farm. They know exactly what's happening with the TA now. 6 towers gone, 17 minutes, or not 6, but 5 of them, only 1 more remaining. They really wanted to. They could probably just take Roshan and make their way to high ground potentially.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Mad Kings, that is for sure. They are going to be able to get that D ward, but they're smoked up, so they don't really want to reveal it. Maybe they can find a pick here. Again, you got like wards and boat, but as they move out, they're gonna run into a lot of heroes. SF is walking
trying to
around
bait.
wards.
They're trying to bait this DK. This
Bait.
might work out for them.
Shadow Demon is right behind him though.
Oh, his BKB is coming out. Doesn't have it yet.
Yeah. Going on the courier currently.
Oh, they're gonna see the tiny.
Okay. Avatar comes out. He's disrupted. Doesn't get hit. Wards are off the mark as well. And well, Dream Coil onto one. Don't know if that's going to be enough. The Earth Splitter is also going to connect there. The coil breaks and Tiny trying to back away. He is going to be able to turn it around. Find themselves a kill on the DK. Everybody is dying. Oh, it's a catastrophe. As the Kunkka wants to hit the torrent, but the jump forward. Courier does go down. That's pretty value. That was the BK. Oh, wait, that wasn't the BKB. They already had
they already got it.
Top tower is under attack.
But yeah, it's still looking pretty bad. Oh, Puck shows himself. Gotta be careful
play
here.
it back.
Orb doesn't jump to it, so might get stomped
Dire's
here.
middle tower is under attack.
They're following.
Oh, dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he dodged it.
All right. I don't know how that dodged.
He might make it. Yeah, he made it. Very nicely done. Yeah, there's that slight delay on the avalanche. Takes a while to travel.
Well, SF just standing in the mid lane, ready to push down this tier 2 tower. Getting his open AI blocks in.
Dire's middle tower is under
Have you played
attack.
against that yet, by the way?
I have not. I'm a terrible mid player. in case you
Okay.
didn't.
I kind of was wanting to play against it at some point. Just get destroyed. That could be fun.
Dire's middle tower
I mean, I could
has
play you.
fallen.
Could try that, yeah. That'd be good.
I mean, I'm not the greatest mid player, but you know, if I'm just playing you, I mean, it's about the same, right?
That's true. You can't argue with that. All right. We'll see if they go in for Roche next. They're stacking the enemy ancients. This game is just about in the bag. If there was like
Radiant's
perfect
bottom
fight
tower is under
for
attack.
Mad Kings right now, what would that sort of look like? What's the best thing that they could hope for?
You're looking at everyone clumping up
Okay.
for a big Dream Coil into a Kunkka boat, and then you know there's a ton of AOE on the rest of the team. You know, you got the DK splashing, the
Radiant's bottom
Fire
tower
Breath,
has fallen.
the Shadow Shaman Ether Shock, and wards. You know, all that kind of great stuff.
He
You're
did
looking
just
for-
use Dragon Form also, though.
Oh, this is it. You know, they know this is it.
Oh man.
Dire
Luckily,
are
he did
strong.
just get level 12. They do business for a second to chase forward. They only hit one with the Dream Coil yet again. BKB pop. Requiem going to connect onto just about everybody, at least a little bit. The boat's coming out there, which is not terrible, but I don't know if it's going to be enough either. Wards are down, but Shadow Shaman is still dying off to the side here as they are going to be able to make the walk away. Avatos takes him down yet again and able to jump away. He's invis. They don't have vision. Oh, TA. Sole survivor. But
Look at this play from Tiny. He's gonna go for the avalanche damage instead of 350 health. So his burst potential even greater now.
yeah. They know what kind of game they're playing. This is all gone wrong.
Gonna go back and finish off Roshan.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
No.
attack.
Give that one over to
Dire's middle
SF
tower
maybe?
is under attack.
I actually think you give this to the Tiny.
Okay.
I think the SF is actually like not even
Radiant's bottom tower is under
like in a
attack.
position where he's gonna die.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
So they give it off to the Tiny because the Shadow Fiend has BKB and a Blink Dagger. So it's actually like pretty much impossible to kill him off unless your DK and TA are able to get on top of him, which clearly isn't the case, right? Like,
Yeah.
They do not have the levels or items to focus a Shadow Fiend in these team fights. And not to mention, you know, there is a Shadow Demon on their side as well. So if he does get in trouble, you know, you disrupt and he just blinks out.
All right, DD Tiny. And I think that might be about it for the Puck here. He
Oh,
tossed-
missed toss.
Uh,
But Doesn't matter. Double
Radiant's
damage.
bottom
A lot of
tower
damage.
is under attack.
Yeah, he hits very hard. Around 300 and 400, like 40 a pop. Woo!
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're going to glyph, keep that one creep alive for a second longer and make sure that they don't over push down bottom. Sand King heading away, but now they're back in on it. Maybe a chance here as they're going to try and go for the boat. They do still have disruption if they want to use it, but not even forced to. It's the boat off the mark. And tower about to drop. They take it down. Stomp connects onto one. Abba toss back. Oh, DK in some trouble. There's going to be the ulti coming out. A nice little turn there. Glimmer King keeping alive the SD for a moment. They even toss forward one more. A secondary toss. Not going to be able to get it. And Death Note looking for a kill. Not going to happen. Overextended. Dead again. No buyback. 60 seconds. There's the BKB. The chase is coming. He finds a triple raise. And good game. Well played is called.
Are under attack.
Wow, that was quite the beating. 16,000 net worth lead in 23 minutes. Yeah, that was from beginning to end. Infamous very much in control of the entire game, from just like laning and then taking every single tower, not really giving him a chance to get anything done. Like, I did not see any real attempt at trying to take an objective or make a pickoff and then go for an objective from the dire side from Mad Kings.
Yeah, it never felt like they had a chance. Like, it was just always on the step behind. Going into game number 2, like, was this mainly a laning issue? Do you think that the DK pick came back to haunt him? What was the biggest issue for you?
I think that DK safe lane didn't really amount to anything. Like, you give so much farm to your one position, DK, and I mean, what exactly did he accomplish, right? Let me see.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
He did 1,300 building damage as a DK.
That's not even enough for one building. So
you know what,
it's
I will
really not worth it.
You know what I will say about this? In their match in game number 2, 2 days ago, though, this is 200 more damage than he did in total when he was playing Broodmother. He did 1,100 damage to heroes. So he's on the rise, right? It's going.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it can work, but this is not the way to go about it. Safe lane DK didn't amount to much. The rest of the team just wasn't able to do anything because like they gave all the help to the DK that accomplished nothing, and then, or I wouldn't say nothing, but just not enough. And then the TA was left alone, got annihilated in the mid lane, and then the puck just wasn't exactly like having the greatest of times. Like, the puck actually did very well for how little they helped them.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just not enough for a puck to do everything by himself.
Okay. All right, well, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for us. We got game number 2 right around the corner. We'll see if Mad Kings can pull something out of their bag of tricks and maybe start to put on a little bit of a better display. But Infamous are just looking so good. It could be tough. Stay tuned, everybody. More from the GESC South American qualifiers right after this.